Hey guys, I'm here with Scott Snyder, who is writing 2 of the DC New 52 issues, but you're here just kind of mingling with fans, right?
Yeah, I am. I mean, we're so excited to have the books coming out, Swamp Thing this coming week, and Batman in a couple weeks, that, we thought we'd come down, me and Cliff Chang and a couple of the other creators, and, just meet and greet fans and tell them how excited we are about our books.
What's the reaction been like so far?
It's been really positive. I mean, I really feel like in the last couple weeks, or maybe a month, the message has gotten out there a little bit more from us that these are books that we're very excited about on the creative side. And, having read a whole bunch of them, I can say that they're really good. Like, I haven't read everything, and I can't speak for, every book. But, Action, Animal Man, Wonder Woman is awesome. Batgirl is great. Detective, there's book after book that I've read personally, or the books that I was dying to get that they gave me, are really strong. And so what DC did was, with the initiative, was to give all of us writers a chance to say, any story you want with a character you love, tell us. And even if it reboots the character, we'll listen, because we're going to do this relaunch. And so for Batman, we all kind of met and decided, me and Pete Tomasi and Tony Daniel, we all talked after the relaunch stuff was announced and decided we'd keep everything the same because it's working for us as fans. And in other places, people had ideas for characters that were going to, reinvent them a little bit because they're, as fans and stewards of those characters, thought that would be the best story. And so there's a palpable energy among creators, at least, about the initiative, because it's something that we've been given a lot of free rein to determine, at least from what I understand. Again, I'm sure there are corners of the DCO I don't know anything about, but among my friends, and the people that I'm close with, there is that enthusiasm and excitement. So it's nice to come out and try and push the books, because I feel honestly excited about them, honestly.
Yeah. I've definitely been getting that from a lot of writers and artists. When I've been talking to them, the fact that they've been taking you guys into the office, showing you the stuff, you can kind of tell when there's marketing speak, and this doesn't really feel like marketing speak to me.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, they brought me into the office to talk Batman, and also then to show me all the costumes of all the things. It was awesome. It was like, look at all the different designs for Animal Man we did before Jeff picked the one we wanted. Jeff Lemire. So there really is a lot of the thing people say. Well, and Pamela and David, the publicity people, always hate when you say people say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. People say sometimes, they just wanted to change the costumes and do all this stuff to refresh it. But when it comes to Animal Man, the costume is redesigned for a story reason in the book, and the same with Superman with the Kryptonian armor, and the same with with the way Wonder Woman is more warrior, sort of those came organically from the stories that generated the new version of the characters. So in a lot of ways, a lot of the stuff that I think people think of as, part of the initiative PR or part is actually organic to the way that we design the stories. Again, do I know everything about the DCU? There might be a character who's totally designed around a lunchbox. I have no idea. But among my friends and, the people that I'm close to, that was the way it worked.
Yeah. Let's talk about the individual titles a little bit. So you're writing Batman. You're coming off of Detective Comics. This is a different Batman. So how does this affect you?
A lot. I mean, Bruce is a totally different character, and he has very different strengths and weaknesses. And my feeling here was to try and do a story that was really about Bruce coming back to Gotham, the most badass version of him you've seen. He's confident. He's coming off of the events of Batman Inc. You don't have to have read it to understand where he is, but he's back in Gotham. He owns the city. It's the city of the Bat. And the idea is that what if there's been an organization that's been there since the founding of Gotham, since colonial days, 400 years, 300 years, that's been at war secretly with the Waynes, and that has shaped a lot of what's happened in the city unbeknownst to Bruce. And what if Bruce investigated this in the days before he was Batman, back in the sort of year zero period, and really, or year one, almost before year one, and came up empty-handed, and so is incapable of believing that there could be a conspiracy or an organization that's so old and so big and so scary that he doesn't know it's there. But to me, that's Bruce's Achilles heel, is his confidence about his knowledge of Gotham, his faith in himself, and his knowing that he's the best, because he is. It's all he has in his life. He doesn't have normal relationships and family. He has Batman. That's who he is. So what if there's something there, the same way Dick Grayson was challenged in Detective, with this idea that what if Gotham is going to change itself to show you how ugly humanity can be because you're so empathetic and you're so compassionate, and giving you a villain like James Jr. who's devoid of that stuff as a mirror to you, what if here Gotham is saying, you think you know us, Bruce? That's your strength? That's your strength of character? Well, we're going to show you how it's actually your greatest weakness. And it's turning this big sort of stone eye of Gotham towards Bruce and saying, you don't know us at all, and we're about to sort of bring all the weight of history to crush you in your little world. And there'll be really big revelations about the Wayne family. You'll see a lot of the history of Gotham. You'll see Gotham in the 20s and the 30s and the 1800s. A lot of the stuff that we designed in Gates of Gotham, although you don't have to have read that series either, it's totally, number one. And you'll also have big revelations about the Wayne family, but very big ones about the Grayson family that will affect Nightwing as well. So we're really, really excited. Greg Capullo is killing it. I would show you on my phone new images, but I can't. Yeah. Like, I'll show you off camera new images of Batman. But the idea is that it's our big Hush-like story, long Halloween-like story. It's 11 issues, all one big cumulative story that you can jump in and, in issue 1, issue 2, we'll make it accessible, but it's our opus. We're really trying to do a story that's about Bruce, you don't know Gotham the way you think you do.